Let us do Pradhana and start the session. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Annado Sri Jagannatha Madguru Sri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Akhanda Mandala Karam Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. The only Guru of three religions, Tridathiram originator, sensational writer, Hindu virtue donor, the emperor of spiritual kingdom, the author of more than 100 divine holy scriptures, Sri Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. We are learning Tridathiram Bhagavad Gita, interpreted by Sri Acharya Prabodhananda Yogeshwar. Let us pray our Guru to provide us the wisdom in a right manner. Last week we started learning Sankhya Yogamu chapter. We came to know that whatever the wisdom Lord Krishna started telling, that is the first slokam we need to learn from there onwards. So last week we learned 11th slokam. According to that slokam, Lord Krishna told to Arjuna that you are lamenting for the one which is not worthy, but you are talking like an intelligent or a pandit. The pandits never going to lament for the movable and immovable nature. We have come to know that there is one subject which is beyond the movable and immovable nature. Arjuna is not lamenting for that. Not only Arjuna, we are also not lamenting for the divine. Divine is the one which is beyond the movable and immovable nature. We need to lament for that. So that's what we learned last week. So let's move on. We'll move on to the 12th slokam. Because Arjuna thought himself as a mortal, so if he going to do a battle, during that battle he might kill so many of his relatives. He was lamenting for their for that violence. If he kills them, they will not be there. So that's why he was lamenting. So that was the main context for Lord Krishna to teach the wisdom, the truth. He started telling from over there. Let us see 12th slokam what he is saying over here. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadhipa na chaiva na bhavishyama sarve vayamataha param. This slokam is talking about the mortal soul over here, Jivatma. So what he is saying, I will exist, you will exist, all these rulers of the kingdoms will exist. Going forward, they also will exist. That's what this slokam is saying. So you need not worry that they won't exist. Okay. So here what he is saying, so what Lord Krishna is about to tell to him, to Arjuna, you might be thinking that all the creatures may vanish. Okay, that's not true at all. We are all the creatures, you, me, all the kings, everybody, all the creatures which has a living force in it. So that living force won't vanish at all. We all, the mortal souls, will exist forever. That's what Lord Krishna said. When Lord Krishna said so, some people may get one question, one doubt. So since we took the body, we are living for some time, then we are vanishing. That means we are dying. In that case, how come he can say that we will exist forever? How can we say we can't vanish is the truth? For that, so there is an answer in the next slokam. Let us move on to the next slokam and know in detail what Lord Krishna meant over here. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhira tatra namuhyati This slokam is also talking about the Jivatma, the mortal soul. For the embodied soul inside the body, uh, how it is facing the stages of life like childhood, youth, adult, old age in a sequence. Similarly, leaving the body is also happening while it is transitioning from one body to another body when death arises. So we need to go in detail about that. So we are saying Dehi. Dehi means embodied soul, which is living inside the body itself. Which is living inside the body is called Dehi. So Dehi means which lives inside the body. So there are three souls living inside the body. They are mortal soul, immortal soul, and absolute soul. Absolute soul is living inside and also outside. It's omnipresent. It is present everywhere. But the creature's body contains three souls. Uh, so absolute soul is inside the creature's body, outside the creature's body. Mortal soul and immortal soul will exist only inside the creature's body. So which has the life force, both the souls will be there in that life force along with the absolute soul. We need to understand according to the context, then only we can understand well this wisdom. So is this wisdom, is this slokam talking about immortal soul or mortal soul or absolute soul or for all of them? Okay, if we understand in different way, like if God says for mortal soul, if you understand it for immortal soul, or if God says for immortal soul and if you understand it for absolute soul, or if God says for absolute soul and if you understand it for mortal soul, then you can't understand the divine wisdom in a right manner, and um, it will be very, very complex and difficult for you to understand. So in many Gita interpretations, they blindly wrote that this slokam talks about immortal soul. They did not look deep, thinking that for which dehi, that means for which soul this slokam was taught. Okay, so to avoid all the mistakes, with the intention itself, with the good intention, Swami put a bracket under every slokam right side. So for what this slokam was taught, for which soul, or for which yogam, or for which entity, or for or about what subject it talks about, all those things are mentioned in the slokam itself, at the end of the slokam itself, so that we can identify, we can understand it in a well manner. Okay, so here this slokam is talking about the mortal soul itself, and the Arjuna, since he is a human being, he was talking about only the mortal soul. He doesn't know about the uh, divine soul at all. So here this slokam talks about mortal soul only. When a mortal soul takes a body, that means it takes a birth. After taking when it takes a birth in a body, so after some time passes, we call it as a childhood stage. After some time, youth. After some time, adult. After some time, old age. He will pass through all the stages of the life. But the age is clearly appearing on the body, so it is applicable to only body, because there are stages of the body happening and we see that. But there is no aging out for the mortal soul at all. So mortal soul won't get age out or age down at all. So the increase or the age increment of the age is happening only to the body. So all the four stages are coming to the body only. To understand well about these things, let's go for an example. Let's say if we have a car or jeep, we will drive that car as long as it is in a good condition. We will get into that and drive that car. After driving the car for some thousands of miles, what happens? The tires will wear out. But our feet won't wear out, right? Our feet will be like that itself. When tires wear out completely and when they come to the stage where they can't move forward, then we will replace them with new tires and will continue our journey with the car, right? In the same way, when we wear the body, we will be living in the body, so body will get into the different stages of the life. So when it gets the old age and when the body becomes useless and can't move forward, when it comes to the state where the mortal soul can't exist with the body at all, since the body is about to get destroyed, since its inability to do any task or any movements, then the mortal soul will go into another body, leaving this body. As like we remove the old useless tires and put the new tires and continue the journey, the same thing happens to the mortal soul inside the body. But here, how many years or thousands of years, maybe so many years passes, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, it may pass, right? But the mortal soul will stay as is inside the body itself. There will not be any change at all. When he takes the new body, when he takes a body, he may live as a poor fellow, he may live as a king, he may live as some other designation, something like that. But he will be existing always. So that is why Bhagavan said that maybe you, either you and the kings and everybody will exist forever, he said. Some people may get some doubt over here. So, okay, this principle may be applicable to the ordinary mortal souls. So, is it going to be applicable to Bhagavan Sri Krishna also? That means, does that apply to God also? They will have that doubt. The answer for that is, God also takes the human form. He also will have the same body like us, and also since he is the divine, he will be forever. So that's why. And if he takes a human form, after some times he will leave the body, but he will exist forever as a God, since he is a God himself. That is why he applied this same principle to him as well. Okay, so that's why he said, you, me and all the kings, everybody will exist forever, he said. So here some people may get some doubt. If the mortal soul knows the wisdom and destroys his karma, then he will get liberation, right? Then he will merge into the absolute soul, right? So then he is called as a kshara, right? So in that case, he is getting destroyed. He is vanishing. He will be no more, right? So in that case, how can we say he will exist forever? What is the greatness of saying so? The answer for this is, here this slokam is talking about the mortal souls, but that too it is applicable to the people who are in deep ignorance itself. So all the ordinary beings, this slokam talks about all the ordinary beings only, because when the body is destroyed, the body is destroyed by getting the death, or if somebody kills or something happens. Arjuna got doubt that if he kills somebody, so they will vanish, right? So that's what he got the doubt. Here what's happening, there is a change of the body happening to the mortal soul. Since the old body is gone and the new body he is acquiring, he is getting the new body. So that means here mortal soul is not destroyed at all. Here the state of the mortal soul is explained when there is a transition of the body is happening. Going forward, slokas talk about the state of the mortal soul when the karma is completely destroyed. So in that case, he is called kshara. Okay. So in this slokam, mainly, this slokam mainly talks about the mortal soul among the three souls. There are three souls, right? That too, when body is destroyed, the state of the mortal soul, what happens is explained over here. But it is not talking about the mortal soul state when the karma is completely destroyed. So that's why think more about this slokam and analyze yourself, and know that Traitatiram Bhagavad Gita is explaining in a right manner, since it says that this slokam talks about mortal soul only. Whatever the explanation Swami gave is perfectly matching according to the context and whatever the notion of Lord Krishna explained. So after knowing all this matter, either Arjuna or we or the person opposite to us, if someone passes away from our home after all the stages of the life is body is gone, means after old age is gone and death arises, then he will leave the body, right? So then we will be crying, thinking that, so he did not get destroyed, he is existing, he is there, why should we cry for him? We will think like that, even though since we are in very much intact with him, so we know each other very well, since he is our relative itself, we have blood relation with the body itself, so we consider he is our relative, right? So that way we will be in sorrow. And also some people say that, we hear the voice, some people saying that his body is destroyed, but he exists. he departed from us, he is far away to us. So that's why we are crying. Some people while they were saying like that, we might have heard this one, right? So if you go to the 14th slokam, he will be explaining about the thing why we are in sorrow when our close relative um, dies. Okay, let's know about that one in the next week. Let us do Mangala Prarthana. ओम मंगलम गुरुदेवाय महनीय प्रबोधात्मने सर्वलोक शरण्याय साधुरूपाय मंगलम. प्रबोधात्मन टू एवरीवन.